Hey, what's up guys? Today I wanted to take a step back and look at all of the Walkabout Mini Golf courses, because to be honest with y'all, there are so many at this point, and I was kind of thinking, hey, if someone new to the game wanted to check it out, and they saw all the DLC courses, and they're thinking, which ones are the best? And I thought, hey, maybe I could help with that. And I just want to say thank you for clicking on this video. Don't like it, don't subscribe, don't do anything, just watching it. It just honestly is enough. That's literally, I don't feel like enough people say that on YouTube. Just thank you for literally clicking onto it. Okay, so I'm gonna not waste any time. Starting right off, we have Tourist Trap, the very first course you'll see. Tourist Trap is a solid first course because the visuals are good, the gameplay is good, but it's basic. And when you get into some later courses, you'll really notice that. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to put it in C tier. Next up, we have the second course, Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom is like a Zen garden kind of vibe, and it's a really solid course for one of the basic courses, that is. And so to be honest with you, I'm going to put it above Tourist Trap, but still in C tier. Then we have Seagull Stacks. Seagull Stacks I still have nightmares about because it is a rock-based course. And anyone that's played it knows the rocks are not completely even, so you can hit it and it will just bounce in a completely opposite direction. And I don't like it because I'm bad. So for that reason, it's going to go in D tier. Even though I do think the snow nighttime mode looks really cool, like the hard mode. Then we have Arizona Modern. I mean, I don't really like deserts like that much. They're just not that interesting to me visually. And gameplay-wise, it's a solid course. But it's also, for me, a frustrating course because I lose at it. You know, if you're playing against someone who's good, there's not that much luck involved. And so for me, that's not a good thing. Then we have Original Gothic. Now this course is a solid course. It's going to go in B tier, mainly because I think the nighttime, which is completely Christmas themed, is a really cool design. Then we have Bogey's Bonanza. Bogey's Bonanza, solid course. It's sort of cowboy. This is what I want out of more of a desert course, and it's going to go in B tier. I'm going to put it below Original Gothic, I think, although I might switch it around, looking at some of the later courses. Now, next we have Tethys Station. A space time course, and I love space, and this is an amazing course. I just gotta put it in S tier. There's no way around it. Then we have, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Quixote. I'm just gonna call it the Valley course, okay? Visually might be the best course in the whole game, to be honest with you, and it's gonna go high. It's gonna go in A tier. It's got some cool wind mechanics, but I mean it's a little bit of a frustrating course, so I'm gonna go in A tier. Then we have Sweetopia. This is a DLC course, meaning you have to pay for it extra. And I think it's worth every penny. What is it, $4 for a DLC course? It is worth it. This is S tier for me. The visuals are amazing. It makes you hungry every time you play it. And it's a fun course, too. It's not a frustrating, I'm going to throw my controller into the wall kind of course. But this next one definitely is Upside Town. Visually and gameplay-wise, I think it's very innovative. But that doesn't mean I don't also hate it. Doesn't mean I also don't hate it. So I'm going to put it, I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm going to put it low. I'm going to put it high D tier because it's very innovative, but it's also frustrating. Then we have the first tie-in course, and that is to Jim Henson's Labyrinth movie. And that's going to go in A tier because it's going to go in high A tier, above the Valley, because it's just a solid course. It's a fun time, and yeah, not really a bad thing to say about it. And honestly, if you couldn't tell at this point, I'm grouping the courses together, the hard modes and the easy modes together. Next we have Myst. Myst is obviously based off the video game Myst, and it's again a really solid course. I'd put it below Labyrinth personally, but I am going to put it in A tier just because it really matches the game's atmosphere, and honestly the graphics don't look far off from the original game. So next we have Laser Lair, again another DLC course, and this one, I'm going to put in B tier. I'm gonna put it low B tier, to be honest with you guys. But this next one, Ice Lair, I think is an improvement over Laser Lair because it's just a less frustrating course. But it can still be kind of frustrating. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it high B tier. High B tier. Then we have Alfheim. A beautiful course, perhaps one of the most beautiful courses in the game. I just don't like the course design that much personally. It's solid, but it's also a little bit forgettable to me. So I'm going to put lowest B tier. Lowest B tier. Now next up, if you're looking at the game and you're thinking, gosh, I don't have a ton of money to spend on all these DLC courses, but I want something cool. Something that has a lot of variety and it looks great, and I could play it for a long time, and that would be Meow Wolf. This is the best course for my money in the game because the gameplay is just so varied. Each hole you'll find something new, and that's what I love about it. Next, we have a Halloween DLC course, Widow's Walkabout. Now, Gothic was kind of, for the longest time, basically this game's Halloween course. But Widow's Walkabout is really, I would say, the more official, more pronounced Halloween course. Now, the hard mode in it is entirely in black and white, which is cool, like, the first time or two you play it. But after that, it becomes a little bit, gimmicky to me, almost. So, I'm going to put it below Ice Lair, but above Gothic in B tier. Now, this is the first DLC course I believe they came out with, which is Gardens of Babylon. I don't really like this course, to be honest with y'all. I mean, it's a little basic for me. It's a little basic. So I'm going to put it in C tier, lowest C tier, to be honest with you. Then we have a Shangri-La, which is also, they had a whole series of DLC courses based off, quote unquote, basically real places. Like Gardens of Babylon, Shangri-La, El Dorado, Atlantis, and then they had Temple at Zerzura, which, a few of these don't exist, but, it's whatever. I'm counting them the same. So Shangri-La is a very solid course. I'm going to put it, gosh, this is a tough one. I'm going to put it lowest A tier, now that I'm really thinking about it, because the course design is just so, solid and tight. It can be a frustrating course, but it's a well-balanced course. Then we have El Dorado. El Dorado, it's a solid course, nothing, too special. I'm going to go lowest B tier, personally. Nothing to write home about. Now, something that is worth writing home about is Atlantis. Beautiful, beautiful course, especially in the hard mode when all the coral and all the kelp is lit up and stuff. It is S tier, solid S tier. It may even be above some of these other courses in S tier, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. I've been playing Atlantis a lot lately. Can I just say that? I have been playing it the past 3 days. I literally play Walkabout Mini Golf every night for 30 minutes. Just because you can go into a course, and you could join up some random people, or you could play with family like I do, and it's just a great time. Then we have Temple at Zerzura. Interesting course. I like the concept of the Egyptian theme, Egyptian pyramid theme. But I can't help but thinking maybe, I don't know, I haven't played this course in that long, so I can't really give too much criticism. So I'm going to put it a mid B tier, from what I can remember. I'm going to put it right below Bogey's Bonanza. That sounds about right to me. Then we have Venice. Venice, it's a weak course to me. It's just not, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it's cool looking. It's, it's got a great atmosphere, great music, don't get me wrong. It's solid. I now that I'm thinking about it, gosh, so many of these courses are all great. Literally all of them are great. I could be playing Arizona Modern my whole life and still be happy with this game. So I got to really think about this. But I'm going to put it above El Dorado in B tier, now that I'm really thinking about it. Then we have Wallace and Gromit, the newest course. I'm going to put this in A tier. I mean, it might be biased because, it just came out, so I've been playing it a lot. But I'm going to put above the Valley course because, I love the atmosphere, the vibe of everything. It's just really cool. Next, we have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. This is the start of the Jules Verne catalog of courses. And I'm a big Jules Verne nerd, to be honest with you. And they did him justice with this course. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I think it's the best course out of this catalog. So if you're going to buy one, I would buy this one. I'm going to put it in the lowest S tier. Then we have Journey to the Center of the Earth. Beautiful course, very solid. The hard mode can be a little frustrating, but it's also very unique. So I'm going to go highest A tier. Because I don't know, it's one of those courses I'd want to play. Then we have Around the World in 80 Days to finish up this tier ranking. This is, look, I mean, all of these courses are solid, but some are more solid than others. And this one, I can't help but feeling they could have done a little bit more. I feel like they could have done more with the source material. And for that reason, I'm going to go highest C tier, even though it does have some really cool holes in it. And they just announced, actually, the other day, that they're coming out with a brand new course called Mars Garden. At the time of recording, it's September 10th, and this course is coming out September 12th. So, I mean, you're probably, by the time you're watching this, the course already came out. So check that out, and maybe I'll, give my feedback into the comments of this video. And I'm honestly really curious to hear what other people have to say about this game. Because I personally think it's one of the best VR games on the market, because it's just so fulfilled and so complete as a VR game. There's really not much more I could ask for. So just kind of let me know what your guys' opinions are on my ranking and what your guys' favorite courses are, because I'm really curious.